No, but like TikTok has it really, like, you can just tell the reviews, the real reviews. Like there was this one bodysuit my mom recently bought, and she was just talking about how this one girl, she's plus size, a lady, and she was talking about how, like, you guys lied about these bodysuits. Oh my gosh, how dare you? It's done nothing for me. She literally said that her butt disappeared. She was like, that's the only thing I had going for me. Now it's gone. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that was so funny. It was funnier when my mom said it. The lady said that a lot of fellow creators blocked her or unfollowed her because she made that video. And I was just like, no, oh, she also said you guys will do anything for a check. But I mean, if that doesn't apply to you, that doesn't apply to you. So why would you unfollow somebody? But I guess. No, but there are a lot of people. It's really becoming super noticeable who's willing to do certain things for a check. And it's like, you mean to tell me you sat here and built this platform? If people start following you, it's typically for a reason. Like whether you do makeup or you educate people on like whatever, like maybe you're an activist. Yeah. People, like, there's some type of trust that goes into that. Like people like trust you, so you don't want to work with just any brand and mess up the name you have built for yourself just because you see celebrities out here doing that. Like people are not going to trust these people. There are certain people, like if they come out with a product line tomorrow, like nobody's gonna buy it really. And then they'll, like, you know, do the runaround and spend a bunch of money trying to keep up the aesthetic that, oh my gosh, my business is doing so well. Oh, I just didn't feel like doing that. I was like, no, your business actually flopped because nobody cared about this. Your products weren't of quality. Who's going to work to sit here to buy trash products? Like, who's doing that? I mean, like, if you buy a car, why would you want to sit here and spend $30,000 even if you're not paying for that up front? Why would you want to spend $30,000 on a car that has all these miles when you can get something new? There's so much deep research that has to go into like purchasing a car, because you have to think about, yeah, this car may be like $21,000. Is it a gas guzzler? Is this car good on gas? Well, how often do people with this type of car go to the mechanic shop? Are they only going for oil changes, or are they in here for everything under the sun every few weeks? That's not a good investment.
So, what if I just lose my mind? Make a scene and run around, show you what I feel inside all the time.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to talk about jobs because the job market has been really insane. I graduated in like August 2022. I like think, okay, so sometimes I just think like, okay, maybe I should have just stayed in for an extra semester or something like that and picked up some tech classes. But at the same time too, so my major was general communication, and I chose that because I wanted to build off the knowledge I already know. Communication is everywhere, so it's like, why would you not have a job if you're in communication? Well, there's a lot of people I keep seeing that are talking about the exact same thing. Some people are transferring careers, some people are just looking for their next job, some people have been laid off, and yeah, so it's just like, okay, so what's going on? Family members literally thought I was like not trying hard enough, or I was being lazy. I signed up to every single job website that you could possibly think of. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Indeed. I actually quit using Indeed because I kept getting a bunch of scams there. LinkedIn, like, I can see a scam from a mile away. Typically those are the jobs that are like going to message you. That there's oh my gosh, there's been this one place recently, a few months back, I literally was like, oh no thank you, I'm no longer interested in the job, I found something else. Like, it was a lie. But seriously, it was like, no, I found something else, because I went on Glassdoor and I saw the reviews, and they were like, no, they take advantage of young people that are trying to look for their first career and everything else. And also too, these people have like your social security number and all types of important information. I'm not gonna sit here and accept any job and then have to run around undoing something that could have been avoided. So no thank you. They literally kept calling saying, oh, this is your final chance, as if it's a flippin' sale. That is a tactic they use to market products. Why are you out here acting desperate for me to accept a job? Clearly you don't have good intentions. Like, nobody does that. Because there was only 3 people that signed up to this position, me and then 2 other people, and I'm just like, really? Yeah, and they probably did see qualifications that they could possibly utilize to advance whatever scheme that they had going on. There's just been like so many scams like that. I think I talked about the scam video too on LinkedIn, but I really wish I just had my money back from LinkedIn, because I actually had the service for like the premium for like 3 months, typically on a sale, but I'm just like, at this point, like, nothing happened at all. That was, oh my gosh, I got my money's worth. Like, it just, like, no, it wasn't. And then I have like now I have like 1,000 plus people in my network, and nobody has like any kind of connections or anything that are like looking for somebody like me. And like, I had an internship that was actually pretty cool. It was what, pharmaceutical, it was pharmaceutical advertising. So like, I got to work on like cool brands and stuff like that, and like be a part of various ideation sessions. So like, that was really fun. But they didn't hire me at the time, because I was originally supposed to go into that as an apprentice, but then like, they were like, yeah, the person like they really liked you and feel like they can work well with you. So that's why they literally circled back for me, but they didn't hire me back because there was like no work at the time. And then like, every time I like asked, there was another position that opened up for like social listening, but the lady was like, no, we're looking for somebody who has more of like agency experience. And I'm like, but I do social listening all the time. Social listening is literally you just gauging the conversation on whether it's a business or a specific product or topic. When you read through the comments section, you actually get a sense of that when you read, yeah. But they also have programs that you can, well, social, like SaaS software that you can actually use to help scan like various platforms to help you do that on a much quicker basis. So, faster rate, really. Okay, just don't mind my words. And I was just like, are you serious? Like, I've been literally like on the internet, like, I've been really into like the influencer stuff since like literally MagCon. So I mean, like, it's not like, but like, can I really put that on my resume though? I didn't like, you know, like, oh, well, you know, I had 35,000 followers on Vine because I followed a bunch of people back. But Vine had the rewind button, so like, I was rewinding a bunch of stuff, and it was like the time, like, Vine was actually kind of like going dead, at least from my perspective. It felt like it was going dead, but then the MagCon boys came in, so the influencer stuff is when that really started like popping off. But I was already watching YouTubers, specifically like the beauty community at the time on YouTube, and so like their trips and brand deals were more so like, it wasn't as big as it is now, but like the big thing was like, you've kind of like made it if you were on YouTube doing MagCon, but or pretty much like IMATS or something like that, or Ulta would sponsor you. I'm literally outside of Ulta. But, and then like the MagCon boys, I remember like on the news, they were saying, this was like 2013, 2014. So I would say like 2013, because like they weren't really like, oh my gosh, like a lot of people, like I would literally ask people like, oh my gosh, you guys know this YouTuber? Do you know this person? They're like, no, I don't know who that is. But I remember on the news they were saying that the MagCon boys, they get paid like $15,000 for a 30-second video. My mom was like, oh my gosh, why aren't you guys on there making videos? And we're like, because we don't have anything interesting to post. The vines were like pretty elaborate and like fun. Like, how were people recording the 30-second videos? Like, there were, oh my gosh, I actually miss Vine. It was so fun. Even that, with the way that like the YouTube and Instagram, like Instagram was very more connective. Now, I don't know what happened with Instagram like the past few years. I wouldn't have to go do research on that, but I just remember a lot of celebrities were talking about how their engagement has significantly decreased. So that's like a thing too. And then on top of that, a lot of people actually quit going on Instagram. There's people still like getting organic engagement, but like, I don't know, Instagram seems pretty like yeah. I had like 5 different Instagrams, so I like deleted like them. Some of them, my very first Instagram, I had like 1,000 followers. When 1,000 followers were like unheard of, like people had like 134 or something, but when they would see my Instagram, they were like, oh my gosh, this was before celebrities were even verified. Like I somehow had all of the celebrity accounts that were legit. If anybody was on the internet, like I had their like legit like Instagram, because it was kind of hard. You had to like kind of like watch and like see, yeah. But it was a lot of people, a lot of celebrities were starting to use that as like a marketing tool to like help them like get engagement and stuff like that as well. Similar to how like it is now, like it just, you know, blossomed. Now everybody's doing, even celebrities are doing brand deals and getting verified on YouTube as an extra income stream, and TikTok as well. But you know, because I never get interviews, people don't know all of this stuff. And exactly how do I say that too? And I feel like how do I like market myself when it comes to that? Because like, I don't know, maybe I should just use TikTok, because like I have like a lot of like cool ideas, and I'm just like, you guys don't like money, do you? Because like it's literally like, some people, I look at some people's businesses and I'm like, you guys need help. Like it's not even just with the influencer stuff. Like I wouldn't market myself as an influencer, like, you know, oh yeah, some people, they actually want you to be an influencer in order to get a job in like marketing, advertising, yeah, in like that arena. So but they want to use your connections, your likeness, your name, and it's just like, so you want me to pimp myself out for 70K annual income when people are actually out here doing brand deals for like $30,000 for like one video and maybe like a tweet or something like that. No thank you. And then like some of these brands are like trying to use your name to rehab, like, okay, let's just say for example somebody's actually let's just say Starbucks for example. I've been seeing a lot of people like running out to Starbucks and stuff like that, and like a lot of people like quit messing with Starbucks because of the genocide thing. Free Palestine. I kid you not. Like there's a dark story to like behind every like of most of the stuff in our society. It's like, and even if people don't want to do like certain things, it's like the contracts that people get binded into. What does it mean if somebody, let's just say PetSmart is like it's not a chain like what is it called? It's not a chain company. Oh my gosh. Let's just say PetSmart is a singular store. There's only one store. Let's just say it's in, I don't know. Let's just say there's only one PetSmart in New York. And PetSmart is getting offered to branch out and become like a chain store, like a commercialized store, in like all 50 states. Exactly how does that look, and what does the contracts entail? We don't see any of these contracts, but then we sit here and we yell at people saying, oh my gosh, how dare she do this, how dare she do that? Just like with the whole like Balenciaga thing, like everybody's yelling at like the celebrities, but yet like these people show you they'll do anything for money. Some people don't care, like they will literally do whatever. There's this one person like next to me. Again, people that often do that, they actually don't have a good quality image anyway. So yeah, and even with collaborations, people need to be more conscious about who they collaborate with. Not everybody is the person to collaborate with. It's not like something we should be doing. Yeah, some people are just like looking to use people, the fake PR relationships. A lot of these, and it's so sad, a lot of people really just show that they don't have quality relationships. Because it's like, you think that's love? Celebrities that have like a popular like PR relationships, and they think that they found love, and it's just like, no. Why are the cameras always around their relationship? Like that's kind of weird. And if anybody knows anything too, everyone is like trying to get this like soulmate relationship or like this beautiful like deep connection. People genuinely don't like actually seeing you with people that are actually a high quality friend or a romantic partner. They don't actually like seeing you like with that, because every single person that talks about something like that, somebody's always like, you know, like, oh my gosh, like they're getting too close, like we need to do something, like something weird always just happens. Like, okay, like I have like this one friend, people always had something to say, like, oh my gosh, like, well, you know, you can't trust them like that. And it's just like, why are you guys suddenly like saying all this negative stuff? But then like, if you like, but if I sit here and say like, okay, but look what you do this, that, and the third, does that sound like a high quality person? But because like they're blood related family members, then like they feel like that, oh well, only I can do that because I'm related to you. But when a stranger does it, it's different. But you know what's so interesting though, is like people really like, people will sit here and say that they know you as a person, but they really don't, because it's like you wouldn't know that I don't mess with you like that, but I guess you don't. Now I always been like really like if you're my people, you're my people. Like, I'm not like the type of person that's gonna be like, oh my gosh, well let me just like stay here and just like do everything for people that don't care about me. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm like a reciprocity kind of person, but it's just like, if somebody's flat out showing you that they're using you, or they don't like, you know, have any interest in your well-being, then like, yeah, cut them off. Bye-bye now. Yeah, and then like people love to get mad at you when you do that. I was like, oh, excuse me for having standards and morals. Like, no. And then like people want to cut you off or just stop talking to you. I had this one friend, like, oh, I was texting her, I was like, oh my gosh, hey, how are you? Like, yeah, she was kind of like giving like clingy vibes, but also too like, she only wanted me to like, okay, like for example, like if we were on campus, like we would go to the store or whatever sometimes together, but like if she doesn't want to go to the store alone, she wants me to drop what I'm doing to run to the store with her. Meanwhile, nobody has a car. We have to take the bus and do all this stuff. So if I have assignments and stuff that I've been like putting on hold or whatever, for whatever reason, I'm not gonna sit here and drop everything I have to do to go to the store when I already went to the grocery store by myself, because you need to do things by yourself at some time. Like, but then when I asked for her to go to the grocery store, she didn't want to go to the grocery store. Like, oh, I don't feel like it. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Like, she's trying to schedule it around her time, but it's just like, you want me to drop stuff and move to your accord, but then when I want to go somewhere, suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, no thank you, oh my gosh. And I'm okay with it because I'm an independent person, but when you do it, you're having like a fit passive aggressively. Like, no thank you, stay over there with that. But in regard to the jobs stuff, like I don't know, like I'm literally gonna sit here and like create my own so like, here's my plan. I graduated with like, okay, so I graduated in 2022. It's January 2024, mind you, August 2022. And then I also have a minor in women and gender studies, but like, you know, what did I purposely go out and get a minor in that? Because it's like, exactly what job can you do with women and gender studies? Yeah, I just ended up taking a lot of classes because I had prereqs out of the way. So like, which is why I was also able to take a diverse range of courses too, depending on how diverse you mean. Because I was trying to get into Adobe, take some like artsy kind of classes, because like, you know, kind of trying to like subconsciously move into like the graphic design virtual like arena. Because like video editing and stuff like that, and like yeah, color theory, that's all like connected. I've been doing stuff like this since like I was literally, since I had like my first iPod as like in elementary school. So like this is all like building one thing after another, and then on top of that, like I have a more like professionalized, structured background in it with like the media production. So like I have like understanding on like how to edit a TV show. Like I've done that. I don't want to do that. But yeah, and I should probably like take my editing up a notch too, but I feel like sometimes, I don't know, okay, one, I don't have like the space for that right now. Then like two, I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about like certain things, and I like to talk sometimes, because some of the conversations that are on social media, it's just like, why are we always talking about surface level stuff? And then like we like to talk about celebrities and who's dating who. Why should we care? This is so sad. A lot of celebrities have a really sad life, I kid you not. And like some of these like families in the celebrity world, that is so, not even just the celebrity families, some of these influencer families are flat out weird, and it's sad because like the kids, they're literally having kids and just toting them around like they're a designer bag. Yeah, but yeah, like people will say, oh my gosh, like this generation's so bad, this generation is so bad, like Gen Z is a terrible group, Gen Z is so bad. But it's just like, who raised Gen Z? And then on top of that too, okay, and then this is another reason why like this like, okay, connects to so much stuff. Like, okay, well one, I don't believe that like people actually vote, because if they did, we have to ask the question, why in the world would they change all of this stuff? People coming out with like, you know, saying that like they're this sexuality or that, like, you know, sexuality is like very like deep, complex, it's really on a spectrum, but like, you know, but they didn't tell you that. Most people from the older generation, they think of everything as in black and white. That's how everything was presented to them, even though that's really not true. It has never really been true. But in this society, in America, black and white, boy, girl, but like nobody talks about the intersex community, which is, you know, that's very natural, it's legit, it's real, and it's also super complex, but nobody talks about this stuff because it's not part of the whole like black and white visuals. We don't live in a yes or no world. Like it's things are more complex. And but back to the why I don't think that we vote. Okay, so taking all that into account, if we voted, why in the world are they dressing your kids in tighter clothes when we still have pedophiles running around here? Some people are they literally should be locked up right now and have a whole trail of victims, and they're roaming the streets. They're walking past your kid's school, they're at the grocery store with you, and yeah, you don't know. So exactly how. And then on top of that too, I saw this one girl, she's been living in Japan for like a year or something. I saw this on YouTube Shorts, and she was saying that like, don't go to the gym dressed like this. So she had like some black leggings on, and then like it was you know how like everybody likes to wear like tight fitted, like well, this isn't really tight fitted, but like, you know, snuggy kind of things. And people in the comment section, they were giving the vibe that they were mostly men in the comment section. They were saying like, oh well, yeah, she's dressed like a whore going to the gym, and now she's starting to change. So her outfit for dressing at the gym was something that it was literally like a t-shirt, she had leggings on, but then she put like some baggy like basketball boy looking shorts over them, and then she had like another, like it looked like it was like pretty much like a nylon wetsuit, basketball shorts that you would typically see like a man wearing, but they, yeah, anyway, and then like a purple t-shirt, a baggy purple t-shirt. And so she was like, this is the new outfit for the gym now because everybody looks at you crazy when you wear otherwise. Honestly, I personally feel like if people want to, like, people dress differently in various places around the world. That doesn't mean, like, just because somebody's naked doesn't mean that they're, like, literally saying, come get me or anything like that. This society is, like, really, like, kind of backwards because they'll sit here and say a lady is dressed like a whore, but yet everything is so, like, who's paying for all of these services? Why are so many girls on OnlyFans? You keep telling people like, oh my gosh, you should, I don't know why all these women are on here disrespecting themselves doing OnlyFans. Because they keep getting customers. Like, what are you talking about? I don't think, like, you know, doing something like that. Again, we don't live in a world where we should, like, but some people feel that's for them and, like, they feel comfortable with that. Like, that's them. They like to do that. Like, no. But, like, all of this stuff that's, like, recently become, like, popular, all the topics that used to be kept hidden and secret, like, everybody talks about how they go to therapy, or like they have mental health issues. Apparently everybody's classified as mental health issues because, like, you know, if you have anxiety, which, like, why aren't you, like, people, you can be shy and anxious, but, like, now that's considered bad. Like, if I experience a certain emotion, or, like, I am, like, if I'm shy socially, like, that's considered, like, mental health issue. Really? Okay. And then on top of that too, like, why do they keep, like, promoting and throwing all these products at you if they don't think that you were somebody that was easily moldable? Why do they sit here? Why is your politics playing games with you? Every other year it's like the Democrats and the Republicans, they, like, say something weird, and it's like, what, the Republicans, like, the blonde girl, like what, Tomi Lauren, she was saying some, like, weird stuff, and, like, you can just tell, like, she was just reading off a script, and, like, she didn't care. But it was just like, why are you guys playing all these games instead of focusing on, like, it shouldn't really matter as long as that they're trying to take care of the American people. If your society is if your government is actually doing their job and taking care of you, which they're supposed to work for you, it shouldn't matter if, like, a Democrat, Republican is in there. Like, yes, they have, like, different views, but still at the same time, it seems like they're just, like, promoting fighting and bickering and stuff like that. When, like, if you really listen and talk to people, the average person can't even tell you the opposite political spectrum. Like, they can't even tell you, that side's beliefs or anything like that. They'll tell you what the news has told them, but they won't tell you based on, like, what their own research is. I had, like, a unbiased, like, government teacher, because I took the dual credit class, which was so much easier because the regular class, I was in there for, like, 3 or 4 days in high school, and it was so hard to understand. I could not understand the difference between, I could not tell the difference between a liberal and conservative. But then when I, because the lady was trying to sugarcoat so bad, and she was saying, it's so hard to sugarcoat, but you know, the helicopter parents. What do you mean you can't teach something without sugarcoating your own beliefs? Like, this should all be based on factual stuff. Like, if you, like, let's just say you believe in a monotheistic God, but you teach a religion course that talks about maybe polytheism, so the belief of multiple gods. Does that, like, should that stop you from teaching from an unbiased place? Like, yes, you may not personally believe that, but, like, that shouldn't stop you from educating people on the real facts and, you know, creating an environment where people can actually form their own opinions and beliefs. And that's, like, why, like, I literally still talk about, like, that class, the government class, the dual credit one, because, like, I'm always, like, seeing stuff and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, that is so interesting. And, like, I think I probably would have became a lawyer, like, if, like, if I had, like, more, if I wasn't sure to have, like, more teachers like that teacher, I would probably, like, do something in law. But, like, then again, I'm like, I don't really like law. Yeah. But, yeah, like, why is no one talking about, like, mental health issues? And then, like, now the people don't like the Democratic Party at the moment, like, the Biden administration. People are, like, really, like, silent about that. They're like, they say this and do that. Like, the student loan thing that happened. Like, you can't forgive student loans, but you can send our money $100 billion or what? What's it, 20 billion or 100? They were saying, like, 20. It's a lot of money. Like, a lot of money, and they're sending it overseas. Meanwhile, I literally just saw a guy eating out the garbage last week at the gas station. Like, we've seen homeless people, but, like, seriously, like, you can tell this guy, like, he wasn't faking it, because, you know, there's some people that they will literally pop out of a Tesla and then sit here and dress down so they receive help from people when they don't actually need it. And yeah, you're driving around in your Toyota or whatever, or your 2005 car and Shelly popped out of her Tesla in the backseat with her kid in a blanket and the husband's driving around in the Tesla. What the heck? Like, no. No, but like, and then like on top of that too, there was a whole like, okay, Skid Row. Not even just Skid Row, but like California.
What if I just